Strangleweed, devil's guts, witch's shoelaces. These sinister nicknames are fitting for a plant that chokes and sucks the life from its unsuspecting victims. If plants could dream, this parasitic vine-like vampire would certainly be their nightmare fuel. This is the dodder.
Hi, I'm Tasha the Amazon, and you're watching Floralogic. Today we're talking about cascada, commonly known as dodders, and even more commonly known as the anaconda of the plant world.
This genus of around 170 species of parasitic plants can sniff out their victims before strangling them and sucking their life force.
Most species of dodder have completely lost the ability to photosynthesize, lacking the chlorophyll that typically makes plants green and is responsible for turning sunlight into energy.
That's why dodders appear in a variety of non-green hues, like yellow, orange, pink, and brown. And that's also why they need to sap off their hosts for energy, since they can't produce enough of their own.
The process of how a dodder goes from seed to energy vampire is a choreographed dance that requires perfect timing.
Dodders begin as independent little seedlings, germinating in the ground with their own roots in the spring and summer. They emerge as leafless stems, which lasso counterclockwise until they find the helpless stem of a host to wrap themselves around, at which point their own roots die off.
If these plants, which are definitely Team Edward, can't reach a host within 3 to 5 days, the seedlings will wither and die.
If they do manage to wrap their deadly tendrils around the closest host, they first cement themselves to the plant with a layer of pectin, a type of carbohydrate that works as a binding agent.
You're probably no stranger to pectin. You might have even had some this morning on your toast. It's the same stuff that makes jam and jelly deliciously gelatinous.
Within a few days of gluing itself to the host, the dodder's own roots die, and it sprouts haustoria, root-like structures that penetrate the host's stem and start sucking its juices. Scientists have long wondered how the dodder locates its hosts. Researchers at Penn State University determined that dodders can actually sniff out the chemical signals of their victims. They can tell plants apart based on their scent and will grow towards their faves.
I guess it's kind of like standing in a food court and letting your nose guide you to the closest burrito stand.
Once attached to their host, these Dracula wannabes spread at an alarming rate. Growing about 7 centimeters a day, dodder can completely blanket an area of 3 meters square in a single growth season. A dodder is an insatiable creature. Once established, it branches out to other surrounding plants to start sucking off of them too, making a thick mat of tangled, choking vines. And to add injury to injury, the dodder can actually transmit viruses from one host to another.
They're basically nature's super spreader event.
To complete its deadly life cycle, the dodder flowers. These cream-colored, bell-shaped blooms usually appear in clusters and produce 2 to 3 seeds each. One species of dodder, Cascada australis, picks up on protein signals from the host plant to initiate flowering. The synchronized flowering ultimately helps the dodder flowers attract more pollinators, therefore ensuring its continued success.
Dodder seeds can stay dormant in the ground for 5, 10, up to 30 years, depending on conditions.
Dodder only spreads by seed, so stopping them from going to seed is a great first step towards preventing future outbreaks.